Hey, so for anybody that ever wondered where I came from, this is my family's cemetery plot. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. There's only been one car passed in 30 minutes since we've been here. The cows have all run to the edge of the cemetery fence because they think we're going to feed them. And this is where my family's buried. And some of my best friends from high school. And I'm just going to say, look at that view. I mean, if you have to rest somewhere while you're waiting on the Lord, is this not a nice place? So let's go see what the cows are up to, because I called sick cow and they all came running. Probably a little mean of me, but you know, cows. We have a recent burial down here, which is kind of strange because this is an older cemetery, and this is a place where if I choose, I can have a free plot because it's my family's. So we just had Mr. Jimmy Harold Matthews, a Vietnam veteran, pass away in January of this year. So they don't have his headstone yet. Newest one in the graveyard in a while. So they did a nice job patching the grass for the wintertime. Do good. Excuse me. So we have some really old ones here too. That's born 1917, died 1937. Willie Smith. He was sunshine. Oh, but Jesus called him home away. That's sad but sweet. Okay. So I called the cows up. The cows are down over here. I called the cows up. You want to see if we can get the cows to... Have you got the cows by you? Listen to this. Suck cow, suck cow. Are they? Suck cow. Listen to him. Talk to me. Suck cow. You hear them all moving? Yep, they're like, they're going to feed us. Oh, wait, they're just at the cemetery. The cows still think we're going to feed them, and they're right down there through the pines if you can see them. Mm-hmm. Let's listen to this. Suck cow, suck cow. Suck cow. They're getting so excited, they're fussing. Their little baby steers are like, no, I'm going to get the first bite, whoever that is. That's hilarious. The caretaker has for the behind the cemetery where he brings fallen trees and stuff. And there's the cows that called up. If you want to see the cows that called up. And the bulls are mad and the steers because they think they're going to get fed and they're not. Suck cow, suck cow, suck. Would you boys stop fighting? Oi! Suck cow, suck. I got the whole flipping herd over here in the corner just looking at me. Well, are you going to feed us or not, man? Do you see the bulls fighting over there? You see them, they're butting, they're head to head right now. Watch them, they're fixing to have it out again. They're still mad. Watch them. Here we go. Tell them about it. Tell them about it. Tell them about it. Come on, keep on going. I don't know if you can hear them panting from here, but they're panting and fighting. There they go. There they go. Yeah, tell them about it. Tell them about it. Put him in his place. Tell him about it. Push his 1,000-pound butt over that little hill. That's funny. Hang on, let me shrink this back. I've got to learn how to work this camera. Y'all, I'm getting that cough out of her slowly. I creep tended her yesterday. But that cow's just like, I just want food, man. I just want food, man. I just want food. So those are the things that I used to wait. They'd be 600 to 800 pounds, and we'd pick the one that was going to be the best to show the farm off. And those are what I'd break to lead. I'd break them to lead, show, trailer. So that's what I played with my whole entire childhood. And the horses that Dad brought home and the horses that he shod. So I'm a country girl. This is my family's home place. So I come from nothing but good people. And to be quite honest, I find that refreshing. And yeah, you see the mama and the calf, yeah. They're watching the boys like, listen, guys. Y'all need to stop fussing. But this is where I'm from. So anybody trying to say I'm something other than a country girl, I got about 5 massive cattle and horse farms that'll tell you I ain't nothing but a poop scooper. So now you've seen part of it. We're going to show you the rest though. Okay, so we're finished at the graveyard, but down here when you're finished at the graveyard, it still means there's 3 farmers that have 3 fences that hook together, so there's 3 farms that could be in trouble if their cattle get over the fence into the cemetery. So you open your own gate here at the cemetery and you close your own gate at the cemetery, and that is farm law. Actually, they treat it like it came out of the Bible. But if you open a gate, you close it. So I had to open this gate to come in here. So around here, you open it, you gotta close it. So we gotta close it before we leave out. So, but is this place not gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Because I don't get copyrighted. JJ doesn't copyright me on his song. So we're fixing to take a hill. Okay. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite churches. And I got to run and stop, but it's still going to drag my Jeep down. Ooh. Come on, baby. There we go. If you want to see grandeur in an old Baptist church, it's got 2 bell towers. It's got 1 bell, but 2 bell towers. And it slopes down to where it's like an orchestra pit at the pulpit. And this is where my dad used to pastor when I was a teenager. I'll show you something. So here, they used to have timber that went all along this ridge. So you couldn't be able to see this view, but now you can see it since they opened it up. They're all farmland. We're in the church parking lot. Look at all the farmland. And one of the best women I ever knew is buried in the cemetery. I still have the quilt she made for me when I was 19. And this is just like a sacred place for me. It's home. You gonna go with us to troll the farm, Ruby? Are ya? You're a sweet dog, Ruby, 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 Ruby. This is Ruby. If you know the Osborne brothers. She's a Tennessee hound dog. She's such a good girl. Going up to farm. Getting escorted by the dog. Getting escorted by Ruby. That is my cousin Doug. Enjoying a pretty day. Ruby's taking this for a ride. We got new gravel, so we might slip. Okay, look for cows that have anything hanging out their hind ends because we got calves too. She's standing kind of funny. For everybody that says I'm connected to the world in a different way, this is all I'm connected to. Mama, are you in labor? You just hope you tell funny. You just hope you tell funny. You ain't in labor. How can you know meanness if all you know is hills and hollers and pastures and cattle? Honestly, hang on, I'm riding the road, sorry. That's the hay barn. It's supposed to say, hey girl, hey. Hey. I'm going to turn around on, Ruby. It's okay. Going back, you can see the big house. This is my favorite spot back here to take pictures because it looks kind of industrial, like weird. But you know, I've never gone behind it. Let's go behind it. Ruby's like, yeah, let's go behind it. Come on. We got an escort.
That's our tour guide.
Yes, well, she chases off Bear and Cody, so I'll take her any day. Oh, there she goes. She's gonna go look for something to chase. Watch her not even turn around to notice we're gone. She's looking for something. She's sending something to the chase. This is the backside of the machinery shed for the big farm.
Hey, pretty girl.
With me. David's taking me down this hill to that pond, like he traps down there. That's a hairy ride when you're driving in this thing going steep down a hill. Yep. This guy here. Oh my gosh, it scared the crap out of me. So I don't know what normalcy is unless y'all there's normalcy.
Yep.
Unless y'all understand that this is what I grew up on. The only knowledge I have comes from what I read, what I researched, and the people I reach out to, and I trust very few. There's the hey Mark. Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
That's one of them. We have several on here. So you rotate the cattle and you take hay off certain fields and you leave the cattle on other fields so that you produce everything you need for the whole year so you don't have to buy anything. Now she's going to go after something. She's looking for something to booger. She's in protect everybody mode. Isn't that cute? That's my dog. Ruby! Ain't she beautiful? Where's Squirrel? See him up there? There he goes. He's moving. He's moving. He's going on up. Can't believe Ruby didn't even catch on to that. That's hilarious, Ruby. She's right down there.
She's down there.
Ruby, thanks. She's like,
He went that way.
I see him. I see him.
Yep, she does.
Yeah, she's like, I'm scrolling. Hang on.
Yep, there we go.
God love my dog. I call her my dog. Literally, Dad won't get rid of her because I like her so much. And because she chases what bears and coyotes away. This is one of the old school rock machines, one of the old big ones that still runs off a computer system. So what I've just done is pulled up all the protocols, and we're going to do generals 1 and 4, which is just general health and general overall wellness. And then we're going to do lymph drainage because everybody has been holding on to a lot of crud and having a lot of ick that needs to come out. It's going to be a total of 38 minutes. You never do over 90 minutes of any protocols a day. You only do 90 minutes a day. So we're going to do 38 minutes today. And this is going to come on when I push enter to start it. And this is the frequency bar that puts out the frequencies.
It's working.
And it's working. So we're doing the first general 1 protocol, and you'll see it change as we change through the protocols. It'll do flashing, it'll do moving, and sometimes you'll even hear the beeping of it working. And tonight you'll sleep like a baby because you'll be exhausted. And then if you do this for about a week, you start getting a lot of energy, and it's very hard to make you sick. So this is an old school Rife machine. So for everybody that's never seen one, this is an old school Rife machine. Doctors don't want you to know about it because they work. My opinion.
Yeah, some doctors do. We've had some doctors.
Yeah, some doctors are actually good doctors. But if you ever want to determine if your doctor is a good doctor or not, ask him about a Rife machine. And you'll know that this is a Rife machine. And you just sit in the room with it, and we're going to eat and visit, and it does its job. Silver sunset, give me gold. I say, give me Jesus, who saved my dying soul. I'll take this gospel trumpet Okay, so now it's the end of the day, and I'm back home on my porch, tired, gonna have to take a nap, because I've worked my body more the last couple days going and doing, because I've had a friend to go and do with, because I don't normally get to go anywhere by myself. So for anybody that didn't like my farmhouse chic curtains that were $9.99 on Amazon or eBay, I can't remember where I got them. Anyway, they were dirt cheap. That's why I have them. I also love the primitive stuff because it reminds me of the painted flower sack curtains and dresses and tabletops that old women would make. They would make table runners and stuff out of them. So anyone that's saying I have led anything in my life, I just showed you the only thing I've ever led is cows and a dog. Well, actually, the dog led me. I have no ulterior motives. I got out of the government because I did not like the coercion that they used with their tactics with their employees. And I'm just a simple girl from a simple place that decided to not be so simple mentally. And I started looking at things. So I would request that y'all start looking at things too. And if you're so scared of somebody that has black and white check curtains, you've done lost your battle. Love you anyway, though. Talk to God about it. So everybody that watches my channel, this is my dad. Anyway, so the hubby had great luck this morning on the snare line. He got a coyote and a big raccoon and a skunk. And I had to do another laundry of pine saw, so that was a great start to the morning. So I live a very simple life, as you now see. The only thing I've ever been in control of is cattle and sheep and horses and livestock and parolees. That's it. But I made the decision to not punish anyone else to get them back, because then I would have been just as dirty as them. So I'm a very simple person. I live a very simple life. I enjoy sunsets. I enjoy walking through cemeteries and remembering my loved ones that have gone. I enjoy visiting my family, watching my half-feral cat run across the yard and scare the crap out of me. And I'm just a very simple person. So sometimes when you do your research and you're looking to see something, you have to make sure you don't see what you want to see, but you see the truth. I think a lot of people are seeing what they want to see. But if you look and see the truth, you're just going to see a country girl with a big mouth. God give me a big mouth for a reason. I'm trying to use it for the best reason possible. But the only thing I've ever been in control of is mostly livestock. I don't even think I'm in control of my big mouth. I think God is. And when I learned how dirty the world of psychology and corrections was, I left. And I didn't tarnish my name leaving. So that's all I do. That's who I am. So take it with a grain of salt or read into it. But I'm here to tell you that if you think my curtains mean anything other than I got them super cheap on eBay and they let the light through better than red and black lumberjack pattern, I think you might have already lost the battle with your research plan and your etiquette. But, you know, I love y'all anyway, even if you can't understand me or you don't want to or you need somebody to blame. I understand that. I get that. It's a hard knock life right now. But probably in 6 months to a year, you'll go, gosh darn it, I wish I hadn't been so mean to her because she was being really honest. So, good luck to everybody. If you like me, come back and visit my channel. If you don't, that's okay. You don't have to come visit. We don't like good people to pull in the driveway in this channel. So, it's okay. Believe what you want to believe. And do your research, but make sure you're not trying to pinpoint something and create your own little fairy tale. Make sure your research is set in the real world, and make sure that you have 3 or 4 perspectives on it before you settle on your perspective. Look at it from 3 or 4 different ways before you make a final judgment call. Because you've got to question yourself, your motive, and look at your own filters so that you can understand how you derive your own perspectives. So, my curtains are just curtains that were cheap on eBay. And they were lighter and light in, and they reminded me of primitive curtains that my great-grandma had that she made out of flour sacks, feed sacks, grain sacks, anything they could get. Mostly I got them for they was $9.99. So, yeah, if you're looking at curtains and seeing an enemy, I don't know where you can find a friend. Good luck. Seriously. I wish you the best because you need help. So, but I'm not a customer service rep. I am not a preacher, pastor. I am just a little girl with a big mouth that lives a simple life that knows a lot of old knowledge, and I want to share it. If you don't want to hear it, it's okay. Love you anyway. Just don't come back. To my regular subs, y'all are great. I love you. To the people that added to the live and the comments afterwards, y'all are very thoughtful. Y'all are very thought-provoking. I appreciate that. I love to think. It makes me curious. I like to go and test theories. I like to test my own ideas because I need to know that I stand strong on my own beliefs. The only way to do that is to test your own beliefs. So I'm not going to look at your curtains and judge you. Don't worry. If you send me a picture, I'm not going to look at your curtains and judge you. I'm going to look at your behavior, your motives, and your actions. That's all I'm going to look at. So I hope now that you know I'm just a little country girl. Hope you enjoyed a little snippet of my life. And if you're still confused about the curtains, let me tell you what my dad thinks about that group in the population. And if you have any questions after that, just go away. Okay, I have one more question for you, Dad. What do you think about the Masonic Lodge and the Masons in general?
Don't give me the cussing.
That's all I needed to hear.